Good morning, Dan Kingsley with the Realty Edge team, bringing you the market update. Just want to quick give you an overview on Rochester. We've kind of been hovering a little bit. I think last month we were talking a little bit about where the gap is between inventory and what we've got for demand or what's pending. So the biggest gap still is that 300,000, but it also closes up pretty quick. So those days on market are relatively like 40, 42. But what we're seeing is this gap move from that 400 more to the 500,000. And so now we got a bigger gap at that 500,000. That's about 30 listings in Rochester, difference between what is out there for sale and what's pending. So we've slowly seen that move over. So it's just kind of shifting around. So the inventory is definitely increasing 500 to 600,000. And the buy ratio of like what's going pending, like who's putting offers in, they're going under contract, is slowing down. So we're looking at in the 80s, we start getting up to that 600 to 700. We're looking at almost 3 months from the time that it goes on the market till the time it closes. So there has been a delay. A lot of it is because there's been more choices. And so chief economist was it Danielle Hale from Realtor.com. He was talking about overall the economy and the way that it's working with real estate is it's one of the funny things that we haven't seen in a long period of time for buyers is they have options. And it's kind of a culmination of inventory increasing, the turnover slowing down just a little bit. And it's good for buyers. Things are still selling, especially in Rochester. We're kind of gifted in that aspect where there's a high demand, people are coming in and people are leaving. So I'll kind of just talk to you about the statistics on that. So like the listings have been increasing. So they're increasing from active to an expected like 32 to 34 active listings that have increased from the beginning of the year. The competition has been reduced because as the inventory picks up, people are not getting into these bidding wars. So buyers have a little bit more time. They're not going in, making an offer and having to bid up against somebody else and remove all contingencies like inspections and the sale of the property. Because of that, it's also kind of kept the prices from like jumping from quadrant to quadrant. Like as we started the year, kind of prices start to go up because we have these multiple offers keep pushing the price up. So it's pretty stable in Rochester. Across the country, things are dropping like 1 to 2%, but here it's pretty stable. So we don't have those big jumps. Expectation-wise for a buyer going in, they see a $450,000 property, they could probably buy it for $450,000. It's not like they're putting in 3% over just to get the property and then trying to remove a lot of things like inspection contingency to keep them kind of in the know. Typically also October, because of the time, we also have, if a house has been on the market, it is going to get a price reduction. This is the month that it typically happens. So people that have said like, I wanted to get my house sold, and they have to get it sold, or there's a reason they're moving or divorce or whatever the event is, it's not that they can take it off and put it on next spring. It's because there's a need for the sale. So they are willing to do price reductions. Best scenario for a buyer is don't wait for the price reduction, come in with your offer sooner than later, and it would always be better to make your offer, even if it's going to be less because we don't have multiple offers, than it is to wait for that price reduction because that will entice a second or third offer. And then, overall, like just the time of market we have, we've got properties that are out there, you've got time to look at them as a buyer, you kind of know what's going on with the market, you're not running into multiple offers, it's not selling in 2 days. So it's a great time to buy. Weird as it is, it's October. So if you're a buyer out there, you're in a good position. Don't wait until these listings that are on have to come off or do like a drastic price reduction, because then you are going to fight with other buyers. So it's a good time for that. Interest rates have been down. They're not crazy. I know the media makes it sound one way or another, but around our area, we're at about 6.3, 6.4 for the rate, not the APR, depending on what you qualify for. So that's still pretty good. There are other programs out there. VA is really good. It's less than 6. I think they're at like 5.3 or 5.4 as their rate. And that's set by the VA. And then each bank is going to be just a smidge higher than that, but that is incredible. FHA isn't quite as good. pretty close to what we're at right now with conventional, but still conventionals are pretty good. There are different programs that are out there too that you can check out. We'd be more than happy to help you out. And that's the wrap for our markets. That's the wrap for the market report. Dan with the Realty Edge team.